Well, I'm Amit Kasliwal. I come from a town named Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. My childhood was extremely loving. However, I struggled in mathematics and science. And with this, doors of IIMs and IITs got closed early in my childhood. So much so that in grade 6, in the midterm examination, I failed. And my class teacher gave me the report card and asked me to go and get signature from my parents. And I was afraid if I'm going to show this report card to my parents, I'm going to get a good bashing, good beating. So I thought, and I was under tremendous pressure. So I decided to kill myself. So I gulped 2 white color naphthalene balls, which we use for winter clothing, and I lie down on the floor for 10 minutes, imagining something will happen. And let me tell you, nothing happened. So what happened was, 2 days I had bad foul burp coming out. After working in Hero MotoCorp, I married to a beautiful lady named Swati. And we were about to settle in this town. At that time, I got a call from Ford India that they are looking for regional marketing manager in South India, based in Chennai. Hearing Chennai, my mother started crying. You know, you have this nostalgia for being close to your hometown, but I appeared for the interview, got selected, and hooray, you know, I was arrived. I was so happy. And I told my mother it's important, and I remember coming from Chennai to Gwalior, it used to take 36 hours, almost 2,000 kilometers on Diwali when I used to come to Gwalior. But there was, so regional marketing road, I had a great budget, life was hunky-dory, and suddenly there was something else in store. Life is all not straight. 2008 global meltdown happened and my great profile of regional marketing manager got chopped off. I have not built up enough network and relationship in the company so that I get a great profile. Luckily, I was accommodated into a profile which was not that important, more like an analyst role. I was sad. You know, suddenly regional marketing manager of South India handling budgets, coordinating with ad agencies, and now you're an analyst. I tried, appeared in 3 interviews, completely failed. So finally, I have to console myself, and I stayed in the analyst role. I motivated myself, prepared myself. I put entire zeal and enthusiasm in that role. So it is very important. There are moments in life where you don't get what you deserve. So hang in there. Stay motivated. Create your own way of how you motivate yourself. And this way you're creating opportunity. So I created opportunity through this motivation. In 2010, I got again a great break in Ford India. And in 2012, Ford India made me they gave me a leadership role. In 2015, I am what I am, which is India Head Corporate Sales. In 2014, an incident happened in my life where I used to get hugely inspired with one of my colleague who opted for higher education after 8 years of experience. So what is the learning? It is important to reskill yourself. But Jitesh went to IIM Ahmedabad and he has given a written test which has got mathematics and science. So I again got confused, you know, and I had no guts to prepare myself and I can give any written examination. So there came an email from INSEAD that they are offering an executive program and there is no written test required. So only thing they are wanting was, why you want to do this program? What is your life vision? How you are going to impact? What do you want to do? And I beautifully wrote, and I was selected for this program. And then the big transformation started. In 2015, I learned consciousness and unconsciousness. I learned how I was living out of patterns. How I am lost in my own thoughts. I'm not open to new perspectives. I'm unable to control my feelings. I'm feeling empowered, I'm feeling disempowered. My relationships were all getting disturbed. I was sandwiched, I had confusion, I had no clarity what I'm going to do in the future. And this powerful technique of consciousness, which is just being alive in the moment, I started to practice. So whenever you have a tough situation in your life, challenging situation in life, you have three choices. Either you ignore, or you pass the blame on other, or you transform yourself. So all the challenges which I was encountering, I chose to transform myself. In this journey, I reached out to monks, invested almost 10,000 hours understanding what life is, what is source of feeling, how imaginations can do wonders to our life, how you can stay empowered 24/7. I reached out to mentors and I literally started practicing all this in my life. And slowly, gradually, life started beautifully getting transformed. So I would learn this theory, practice in my life. I would learn this theory and practice in my life. Amit was able to discover that natural talent can take us to a level, but after that we need to work on ourselves. If we do not work on ourselves, we will be moving in circles. It is extremely important to work on ourselves, and that was I was doing. This made me super active and I started hosting networking events. I started getting INSEAD alumni together. These networking events, during hosting networking events, I was ridiculed. I was leg pulled with my friends, and they had right reasons because I did not know why I was hosting networking events. However, these networking events created an opportunity for me to speak for my first talk at IIM Kashipur, 2nd October 2016. And I had no clue what I'm going to speak about. I had no content. I just went there, shared my experiences, students liked it, and I felt happy. And then another college invited me, and third college invited me. And so what was happening in my life? I started getting speaking assignments. I've been to almost 50 colleges, 10 companies, and I was working in my life. And slowly, gradually, these dots started getting connecting. Some people started coining names. You know, Amit is becoming a guru, Amit is becoming a professor, Amit is a teacher. So all these dots started connecting, and I was getting better and better and better in this science. In this journey, I've discovered how positive thoughts can create life for you. Thoughts are very important. Our thoughts create feelings. And if you start observing yourself, if you start observing your thoughts, and if it's a negative thought, you can there and then shut it out. Thoughts are very powerful because we can't control our feelings, but we can control our thoughts. So combination of thoughts, feeling, understanding who you are, understanding this technology, and then working on in your purpose of life. It's very important to have purpose in life. And purpose in life, I'm telling you to all the youngsters, professional, it is not that difficult. Purpose in life is anything and everything 24/7 we do has to have some meaning, a reason, a why we are doing this. It could be those little conversation which you have with your parents. It could be those little conversation which you have with your customers. It could be your daily activities. Whatever you are doing, it has to be aligned a purpose. If it's get beautifully aligned to a purpose, you feel extremely empowered and you feel life is in control. Power of imagination. Whatever you want in your life. In the morning, I follow this regime. I close my eyes and I imagine whatever I want in my life. All top leaders do this. All top performers do this. It is very important. What are you feeding your mind every day? Like we eat food, our mind also needs to be fed. So power of imagination is the most profound, powerful way of feeding yourself where you want, what kind of life you want to create, how you want your relationships, how you want to see yourself in career, what sort of health you want, what are your ideas of society. All this, just imagine for 10 minutes, and I can tell you it's impacting my life beautifully. And the most important, powerful thing, which is the base for everything, is just living in the moment. I was not open to thoughts. I was lost in my thoughts. Once I started to practice living in the moment, it's the most miraculous skill one can develop. And it's a practice. Living in the moment is, your thoughts, your all five senses, words, all are aligned. You're in complete supreme charge of yourself. As I stand in front of you, I'm in complete charge of my words. How do you only speak positive words? How do you only stay empowered? How all your senses stay in the moment? It is, and this great quality creates new memory for you. Otherwise, what happens? It's like like children, they live in the moment. When they live in the moment, learning happens. And they have these thoughts like clouds. But as we grow old, our thoughts become like a landmass. And we are hanging with our thoughts, with those thoughts, days, months, years, decades, and we're not moving ahead. Living in the moment is the most miraculous practice which can assist your learning, unlearning naturally. You just need to focus on your breath and start practicing it. Your concentration has got immense power. I think that is why I lost out and I couldn't go to IIT and IIM, because my concentration was all over the place. Some of my friends in school who were focusing on what John sir is teaching in mathematics, and I used to draw birds and look outside the window. So all these elements putting together, I have named it as Infinity Chakra. If you see this Infinity Chakra, it's got all these elements beautifully connected. How your mind, which creates thought, is connected with your soul, and your soul will never die. If you just think about this, it gives you a sense of fearlessness. It then your heart, how do you stay empowered? Your being has power to empower others. And how this beautifully get aligned to your purpose in life. What is your purpose in your life? For your health, for your relationships, for your finances, for friends, for society, for your calling. What is that one thing you want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for human empowerment, and I discovered it. In 2003, when I was in Times of India, I wanted to start a company named Human Instinct. I wanted to write a book titled 6 Billion World. However, I have no guidance, no knowledge, no skill, and that idea got buried back in 2003, which I was able to discover this in my journey. Do not compromise on your values. Everyone has got amazing talent. You are destined to create your legacy in one thing. Discover yourself, follow your own passion. Work on your passion, extremely important. Maybe others can guide you sometime what your passion is, what you are good at, and work on it, nurture on it. Make it your epic game. Power of imagination. Spend 10 minutes in the morning in imagining whatever you want in your life. Whatever I can. And power of imagination will going to assist you in all your aspirations coming faster to you. Living the moment has to be the base of 24/7. It's the most powerful practice which can give you supreme control on yourself, which can assist you in learning and unlearning. Your observations will improve. You'll become more curious. You will start understanding others. You will not get others' negativity come onto you. You will understand they are disempowered and you're going to empower them. So with this, I'm deeply passionate for my own mother tongue, which is Hindi. And in front of all of you, I want to recite a poem written by me. कभी आसमान में काले बादल छाएंगे, तेरे सामने रुकावटों के मंजर मंडराएंगे। कभी आसमान में काले बादल छाएंगे, तेरे सामने रुकावटों के मंजर मंडराएंगे। तू अपने पथ, अपने जीवन के लक्ष्य पे चलते रहना, तू कभी रुकना मत, तू कभी रुकना मत। नमस्कार।